testicles, penis, somewhere down there, girl bunny, uterus. Okay? All right, let's start from the beginning. Adrenal glands. Yes, first thing.
Bless you.
So let's look at this. Adrenal glands are tucked up over here, kind of disconnected from the kidney a little bit, right? But right up in here. Remember the adrenal artery and vein, right? And then here's your kidney, your renal. So here's your adrenal gland here. Yes? Where's your spleen? Right. Here's a liver, right? Stomach. It's going to be on the left side here of the stomach, this little skinny thing here. All right, same thing here. Spleen. Okay? Nostrils, you know. Thyroid cartilage of the larynx. So this one was already popped from before. So here's our larynx. Here's the shield, right? The thyroid cartilage. The cricoid is going to be this bottom border here. And then up top, what's the flap up top?
Epiglottis.
Epiglottis. Okay. This is the C-rings of cartilage. You can see the lines, right? The trachea. And then stuck behind it is the epiglottis, right here. Okay? I'm not showing you the bifurcated carina, right? I'm not ripping out the heart and all of that, but it's underneath here. And then here's your lungs, right? You know the lungs are directly adjacent or left and right of the heart. This, what's this? Diaphragm. Okay? Pleura, visceral, on the lungs, parietal, on the thoracic walls. Okay? You know where the oral cavity is. Bunny's got big old incisors, right? Tongue, teeth, papillae, the esophagus I showed you here, and that's going to make its way all the way through. It's going to pop through part of the diaphragm down there. This is liver, and then the stomach is going to be right here. Okay? The stomach has a greater curvature here. And there should be an omentum. This is pretty lame. This is pretty much all you got there. And this one too. You see the fat? That's your greater omentum. And then there should be a lesser omentum inside here with a lesser curvature. Here's the esophagus, by the way, coming in. Okay? Rugae you're not going to see. These are all full. They're full of food. They're distended. So those rugae only show up when the stomach is empty, right, and collapsed or contracted. You can follow the stomach to the end here to see the pyloric sphincter, kind of, sort of. Somewhere over here, right here. See the transition here where it goes from stomach to intestine? That sphincter's going to be right here, right in that junction. All right, liver, giant liver, lobed. You lift up this right lobe and you should see a green gallbladder down here, right down there. Okay, pancreas, where's the pancreas? Under the stomach, remember, behind the stomach, posterior too. It's all of this, not the prettiest thing, but that's your pancreas right here. Is this one any nicer? Pancreas here, over to here. Okay? Pretty hard to see. You can miss it pretty easily, but this curdy looking thing here. Small intestine. Okay, so we go from the stomach here. Here's your duodenum, right here. Okay, all of this gets very complicated now because he's a herbivore. She's a herbivore. This is small intestine. This is the mesentery, this membrane here, blood vessels that hold it in place here. This is your colon, your large intestine. Here's your mesocolon. And if you follow this back, you can kind of see the large intestines coming up through here, and it gets quite ugly very quickly here. In the end, this is small intestine. This is the big fat cecum right here. It looks kind of like perforated, an accordion, and it's expanded here. It's a very large organ because he's a herbivore. And then the descending colon part would be here. That's all I need you to worry about. Okay? What else we got? Don't worry about the ileocecal sphincter. And then you've got your peritoneum. Parietal lines the body wall, and then visceral comes and goes over some of these organs. There's no way I'm going to pin any of that. Here's your kidney here. Other kidney up here. You see they're not even. This side's usually up a little higher than this side. If you cut it open, you can see the cortex and the medulla. Right? The medulla is darker, the cortex is lighter. Okay, and you can kind of see that apparatus where the papillae, right, feeds in. There's like one papilla here, and then there's your calyx. Right, here's your ureter coming down to a bladder. So here's the bladder, and here's the two ureters right here. Right, they connect to it. You pull this bladder up, and you can see it narrow. We could cut this open, and I'm not. Don't need to. And the urethra's there. And then your penis on this one is right here. Okay? Scrotum. Okay, so rabbits have these very long gonads. They're very extended. It's kind of weird. But this is one testicle. All of this, right? It was in the sheath here. This one's still kind of in the sheath. This would be the scrotum, this housing, right, that it's in. So here's the testes or testicle. This little cap right here is the epididymis, and then this is going to be your spermatic cord with the vas deferens right there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. Okay, so here's your vas deferens. Do you see it make that U-turn here around the ureter? Right here. Oops, sorry. You see that right here? Vas deferens, boom, curves. And right behind the bladder here, it's going to meet up, right, and merge with the urethra down there. Okay? Penis, the tip is the glans, right, and then the body's going to be back this way. Okay? Female, here's her bladder, right here. Here's her ureters, right here. Coming all the way up to the kidney. So this is her colon, right? Large intestine, mesocolon. This is the uterus in between. So you got colon, uterus, bladder. And here's her uterus. This is the ovary right here. Right there. Oviducts are here. And then these are the uterine horns, these curly things. They connect to a uterine body, which is going to take you to the cervix and the vagina right there. This is where the babies implant. This is how they can have litters. The babies implant along the uterine horns, and that's how you can get multiple births. Female humans don't have horns. We're not meant to have litters, right? We've got this triangular thing that's not meant for, we don't do well with more than one baby. Twins are even complicated. But when you have an animal like this, right, the babies implant. Same thing on cats. They have these horns, and then you have the multiple babies implant along the horns. That's where they develop. Okay? And again, the body is where the two horns merge right down in here. And that's going to connect you to the cervix, right, further down, and then the vagina. Okay?
Mm-hmm.